So, in lesson 8, I'm going to be using the ESP32 and the keypad. But first, the last video I did, I loaded the library manually. There's better ways to do it. Okay, and I'll show where you get these files in a few moments. Um, if you download the zip file, you can go to here, go down to membrane, and they've got a zip file here. So you can actually use that one for the library. Or, if you knew what the name of the thing was, keypad, but there are multiple keypads. So how do you know which one? Well, you probably don't actually. It is this one here. So I could just click here to install it. But I want to show you the other way to install it. So you need to know where this one is in the zip form. You come up here to Sketch, since they are supplying in the zip all the libraries. So you go Sketch, Include Library, Add Zip. It then goes, well, where is it? Windows. I've got it over here. Click, 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 click. Keypad there. Now if you watch here, I'm in the library one. It loads. The next thing you're going to want to do is load the actual file, the INO. Open. Let's see. It's actually going to say it already has it as an example. So open. This is going to take a tiny bit of time. Okay, close off that old other one. Just move it over here for convenience. Now I'm going to want to save it, but I don't want to be saving it into the library. So, oops, overshot. That's where I've been saving the projects now. So I go click, File, Save As. It's actually put all this stuff on because it thinks I might try to save it in that location. So I can clean that off. And then save, and it'll appear over here. So much cleaner this way. This is the kit I'm using, Super Starter Kit ESP32. I saw this on Pile of Stuff, and I figured it'd be a good way to learn. If you want the zip files and the instructions, you can download it from this QR code, and it comes as a zip that you need to expand outwards. You can also just go to their wiki page and download it from there. The wiki page sometimes is better than the zip file, but sometimes they're also missing some of the libraries. Of course, you also need to go to Arduino docs because that's a good reference to some of the commands and what everything's supposed to do. And if you have problems getting the Arduino IDE up and running, you might want to check out my Mailbag 67ish because there are some one driver you need to load, and there were some other issues. But on to the next part. So what the plan is to take a quick look at the code, then the wiring, demo it, then a longer look at the code. The reason I look at the code is there's an issue with it. A tiny issue, little issue, not a big thing. And it's in both the QR and That refers to if you downloaded it through that QR thing, the zip file, and the wiki for the wiki page they have. Same error, both of them. So let's look at QR. Okay, this is the stuff that you would want to stuff into your library. There's the one right there, Keypad. But here's the problem. If you just put the Keypad in there, then the code that you is in their example is actually wrong. But let's go up here first. Here's the custom Keypad. This is the one you're going to want to use. Yeah, you don't ever save it with Notepad. Oops. Okay, you'll notice here these are the pinouts. 18, GPIO 18, 19, 21, 22, 27, 26, 25, 33. I will be modifying the one that I use to replace number 18 with 23 so that I can stay away from strapping pins. So this is good. This matches the demo they have. So you're going, well, where's the problem? The problem is on their second zip file, the one that you would load using the library stuff. Keypad. Keypad, good. That's all looks good. Example, keypad. We pull it open. They've got different pins here. So if you were to open this one and try to run it, it's not going to work. As I say, this was just a minor thing, as it was probably from some previous uh, version of it. But, okay, let's back out. The wiki one's exactly the same. So, whichever one you pick, just use this one, and you'll be fine. You'll notice on the wiki one, they don't actually have a PDF of the instructions because you downloaded it from their version of the web page. But this is the one that you would use. I'm muttering already. And you can see there the pins are good. And there's the pin out. Pin 1, I've got it pointed to it, is to D18. If you go strictly by their stuff, I changed it to 23. Then D19, 21, 22, 27, 26, 25, 23, or 33. You can freeze it if you want to look at it. So it's demo time. You just have to hold this like this. 1, 2, 3, 3. If you hold it for long, it doesn't, there's A. I'm continuing to press down so it doesn't double or triple. Oops. That was 4, 5, 6, B, 7, 8, 9, C, star, 0, hashtag, and D. It works. So let's see if I double click real quick. Oops. 4, 4. Okay, that's not too bad. But if I just hold, oops, it just gives you the 1. So let's see, let's do 5, 5, 5 real quick. Oh, it works. So time to look at the code. Oh, one thing is Originally, this text was so small I could barely see it. Um, I did look online. There were suggestions, but I think they must have fixed it in this version. Where's my mouse? There we go. Is if you go to Edit, then down to Increase Font Size, it does both the top and the bottom increases. And that's with File, Preference, set to automatic. So you might have to play with it. Apparently different versions of the IDE act differently. And I've got 2.3.8. So this works. On to the code. Okay, this is going to be a quick look at the code, and I'm just going to hit on a few of the C++ parts, etc. Um, the code is that long. Yeah, right. That's the simplified part of it. Uh, let's start with the include. This over here, and it is 1, 2, 3 pages long, and that would all get stuffed into here. Then we have the constant byte, rows equal 4. Byte means it's 8 characters or 8 bits long, and that's what the Arduino docs is good for. You look up byte, and oh, here we go. 0 to 255. So if you try to stick a number like bigger than that, it's not going to work too good. And constant means it doesn't change. And you can look that up in the documents. Next one we have is character. Don't really care what this is called other than for the program, but it's an array. Uh, rows by columns. So it's a 4 by 4 array. So 1, 2, 3, 4 rows with 4 columns. Now, character. That means whatever's in here is a character. If you were going to do, say, integers, let's go back here. There we go. If you declared it as int, then you would have it set up like this. Notice that there's not the little doohickeys up here in front of and behind the numbers, as there is here because they're characters. And I'm only going to give you a tiny bit of C++. Okay, row pins. This is another array that's getting passed to the main part of the program, and it has the GPIOs. So in this case here, I've actually changed number 18 to 23. So it's 23, 19, 21, 22, and that's for the rows. And then for the columns, it's 27, 26, 25, 33. So this is just for passing the information across. Keypad, custom keypad, equal keypad, blah, 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 blah. Yes, there are blah blahs here. So this one here is the array. The row pins, column pins. So that's the array, that array. This is that array. Rows is just up here saying there's 4 and columns 4. So if you actually had, say, 5 columns here, it'd be 4, 5, and that would be it sent over, and you'd have one more. Let's see, on this one here, you'd have one more GPIO connected. Then we hit the standard serial.begin, so it starts setting up the COM port. Then here's the loop where we just go around and around and around, and we're calling this custom key equals, you can read that there. And then if you get one back, you then go print it. Now you're probably going to go, well, that's not actually Arduino. That's because, now pull it over. That's all hiding in that CPP file, which is this one here. And this is where all the code is, or most of the code. And you'll notice that this is significantly longer than what you got over here. So somebody else has created, actually that's somebody else's, these people have created this C++ um, library. And that's what makes our life easy when using this is they've done the work, they've created the CPP, and they hopefully have included examples on how to use it, so you know what variables you have to set up in your program. So basically it's going to come over here as soon as you call it. And this is getting way beyond what I'm comfortable with at this point. But you've got like get keys, which are being assigned to the class. I think it's class. Then you've got parts in here where it's going to go look at the pins. I believe they've, if you read through it, they have it set so that they check the pins, then they release the pins so that you can use some of them for other stuff, and then they go back and they check the pins again. So that's kind of unique or good. But that's it for the program. All we have to worry about is if we have a different type of keypad here to populate this, populate this, populate that, and the rest should just work nicely. And that's it. Have a good one. And don't forget, you need to be looking at this thing because it's got all that nice information. Well, have a good one and bye.